Okay, so I'm going to show how to open up and disassemble this Dell Inspiron 14 7000 series, model 7437. So first what you want to do is just undo all the screws. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These two screws don't actually come out. They're actually designed to stay there. And it's actually a nice design because when you unscrew them, they actually push up against the base to pop out the cover, making it easier to remove. So once you remove all the screws, you'll have a gap here. So use your fingernails or a pry tool and then just pull up on it and it will pop out just like this. Okay, so this cover is very nice and easy to remove. You just have to have it at an angle and then pull it forward. So you can see these hooks here. When you put it back, make sure you put those hooks in first. All right, if you don't, then these pieces will get in the way. So put back the hooks at an angle like that and then snap it all back down. So this cover is very easy to remove, very easy to get inside. The only thing is it looks like the RAM and everything like that, it's either soldered in or it's at the bottom of the motherboard. So let's see here. So that doesn't look like RAM. So most likely the RAM is on the bottom of the motherboard. And if that's the case, it's going to be a lot of work to kind of upgrade. This is a customer's computer and they're not upgrading RAM or anything, so I'm not going to pull it completely apart, but I'm just going to kind of take a quick look and see. Yeah, so there's nothing really under here, so okay, I'm going to show. So there's the hard drive here. It's a 2.5-inch SATA, but this is like an ultra thin drive. So if you wanted to upgrade this with an SSD, you're most likely going to have to remove these rubber pieces. So right now, if I put this, this is about even with the surface. So to remove the drive, you can just pull up on this rubber piece just like this at an angle. Be careful. You'll have to remove this connector. So use your fingernails or a pry tool and kind of pull the connector back. Be careful not to lift the connector out because it's just a wire and you can damage it. Okay, so just like this, you can pull the hard drive out. And I'll show you compared to an SSD. As you can see, the drive is actually quite a bit thinner, but equivalent to the rubber piece, it's very similar. So if you replace the drive with an SSD, you can't use these rubber pieces. So if you wanted to do that, it should be okay because SSDs don't matter if they get knocked around. But yeah, just know that if you were to put an SSD in here, you can't use those rubber pieces, and also you can't fit a regular spinning drive. If you put a regular spinning drive and you leave those rubber pieces out, then it's gonna be moving around like this, and then that could actually damage your hard drive. So one thing you could do is you can put like a light piece of double stick tape or something, or just put some tape across this way, like diagonal across the battery, just so it doesn't move too much. So that way it doesn't rattle in your computer. Okay, so that's how you would change the hard drive if you wanted to upgrade to an SSD. All right, so now for the battery, let's see here. Are there a bunch of screws holding this thing down? This is the first time I'm opening this model, so I'm taking a look. I see there's one screw here. So I don't know if that's the only screw holding it in, but we'll see. Okay, it looks like for the screws inside, you have to switch to a smaller screwdriver bit. So I switched to a PH0. Okay. All right, let's see is that even holding the battery? It looks like, okay. All right, so this battery is ginormous. Let's see. Okay, this battery is kind of difficult to remove. So it looks like there's just that one screw. Actually, there's one more screw here. So make sure to remove the one down here. Okay, so there's two screws. They're both kind of towards the middle of the battery. So make sure to remove both of those. And then there's the battery connector here. It's kind of like trapped, so it's a little difficult to get to. But when you lift this out, you can actually, let's see if you can see this. But while you lift this out, you can get as close to the cables as you can and kind of just wiggle it. And as you wiggle it, you'll see the battery will slowly get disconnected, just like that. Okay, so here's the battery. The battery is type 5KG27, so that's the battery model number. Okay, if you need to replace it, Then underneath the battery, you can see there's the hard drive connector. It's underneath this speaker, and then this other speaker is right here as well. So if you wanted to make replacing or removing the battery connector a little bit easier, you can actually lift this speaker out and then move it out of the way. Okay. Then you got this board for the LEDs. You just flip these little latches here, and then when you flip those up, you can actually pull the connectors out and push them back in, and then just make sure to latch it back down when you put the connector back in. Okay, and then you got the keyboard backlight connector here, you got the keyboard connector, you got the trackpad connector, then you got the speaker connector underneath this tape. Let me see if I can show you. So underneath this tape, here we go. So underneath this tape is the speaker connector. To remove this connector, what you do is you get as close to the cables as you can, and then just use something to kind of pry it up, just like that. And then you can pop up the connector, and then use your fingernail around the other end, and then just pull the whole connector out. Okay, so that's how you get that out. Don't pry up the little part that's stuck to the board. Just make sure when you pry it at the cables first, so it pops the connector out. Okay. And then I think I already mentioned the hard drive connector. You got the CMOS battery, so this speaker you can actually just lift it out as well, I believe. I don't think there's any screws holding it in place. So, yep. Okay, so it's a little tough because this part, I think they use where it's kind of, it pops out, it flexes out to hold the speaker in place. So this speaker is actually kind of tough to remove. So there's this side of the speaker, and then the last side of the speaker is kind of tough. I don't know. I don't want to like break it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So there you go. The CMOS battery here. To pull that out, you just grab it with your fingernails and then wiggle it, and it'll pop out just like the battery connector. Okay. And you see it runs all the way along. I'm not going to take it out. Okay. Let's put this back. Okay. Make sure that all the things line up. All right, then you got this looks like for the screen. There's so much tape on this thing, so it's hard to tell what's underneath. Okay, let's pop this tape out. Usually once you pop the battery out, to be safe, you want to hold the power button to drain any power. But here you can see there's another one of these snap-in connectors, just like the speaker one, same thing. Just get a tool like a toothpick or something, slide it underneath, and then go as close to the cables as you can, and you can pop it up just like that. Okay, so that's how you remove that. I'm not sure what that cable's for. Let me see. It looks like they're both attached to the same spot, so this is most likely going into the screen. I think one is for the touch screen, most likely this one is for the camera, it looks like. They put cam on there, so this is probably for the touch screen. Okay, then you got the wireless card. To remove those, just like all these other connectors, go as close to the tail end as you can and pop it up. The antenna will pop up at an angle, and then you just push it back down on top. The antenna card, when you undo the screw, it will go up at an angle as well, and then you can wiggle it out. I'm not going to do that because all the wires are kind of like in the way, so it's going to be, I have to take everything out before I can mess with it. But yeah, then you got the LCD connector here. This one, you just peel up the tape and then you can pull it back. It looks like there's another cable here, so I don't know why there's so many different cables and connectors on this one. Let me see. So there's another, oh, okay, this is for the DC jack. So it looks like the charge port also uses this kind of snap-in connector. So to remove the charge port, you'll have to remove the screen cable to get the wire out, and there's also one screw holding it in place. So if you break the charge port, then you'll have to be able to remove that. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. There's two speakers. I'm pretty sure those connectors are the same. I'll pop up the tape just to check. Okay. Yep, so as you can see, they're also the pop-up kind of connectors. So this kind of laptop, it looks like they're putting a lot of those to keep it as thin as possible. I can't really see if there's RAM here, so that's replaceable. My guess is the RAM isn't replaceable, but if you wanted to check, you can look up this motherboard model number, DOH40, it looks like. 12310-1. I don't know, there's like a long number here. RKNM5. Are there any other model numbers for this thing? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so I don't see any other model numbers for the motherboard. Okay, so that looks like that's pretty much it. This computer was having a weird issue where it was shutting itself off on battery power if it was like flexed. So most likely either the battery is bad or there's a fracture in this board. But while it's plugged in, it doesn't have that issue. So unless the fracture is just along the battery power to the board, yeah, it's most likely a battery issue. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you wanted to remove the motherboard, you just have to remove all these screws. It's a lot of stuff to remove, so I don't want to take it apart when I don't need to. But the audio jack, it sticks out into this port, so if you do remove the board, you will have to lift it at an angle this way. This side will come out last. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The fans look like, at least this one is easily removable. This one, I think you have to take the motherboard out. So yeah, okay, again, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe because that'll help me. And thank you for watching. All right, bye.